The Attleboro Historic Preservation Society is beginning the new year with a look back at the history of newspaper journalism in the area. The historical organization invited former Sun Chronicle publisher Oreste to the Attleboro Area Industrial Museum to give a presentation on the Attleboro Sun and its successor, the Sun Chronicle. To learn more, we spoke with him about the event.
I've been working in the Attleboro newspaper arena for 44 years. I was asked to come speak to the Historic Preservation Society about the history of the Attleboro Sun, North Attleboro Chronicle, and its successor, the Sun Chronicle. And we've talked about 120 years worth of newspapering in this area, very strong. Newspapers have always played a very important part in this community, and it will continue to do so. The point, I think, is that newspapers have always been here. They chronicle the history of a town and a city on a daily basis, and we have decades and decades of bound volumes of newspapers in the basement, which are invaluable in the morgue at the Sun Chronicle. And newspapers, holding up a mirror to a community and telling people what it was like today in and around where they live has always been an important job for newspapers and for journalism in general. I know that, I can tell you that I've been here from the first day the first Sun Chronicle rolled off the presses, and it certainly welcomed in a new era in newspapering, where it was aggressive, it was profitable, it was a great time to be in journalism. And I think that's something we've tried to sustain over the years, all through technological changes and major renovations at the building. And now that we're 100% digital except for the press. I'll tell you, in the old days, when the Attleboro Sun was a daily newspaper in the afternoon, we used to come to work in the morning, we'd work all morning, we'd go to lunch, we'd come back, work a little bit more, and then the paper would go to press. And then the kids after school would come by, pick up their papers in back of the plant and deliver them on foot or on bicycles. Things are so much quicker now. We're a morning newspaper. We try to go to press at 12:30 in the morning every day, 7 days a week. And if you have a breaking news story, you can get it in the paper within 40 minutes, tops, and sometimes quicker. You can remake the front page, and so deadlines. Newspapers are all about deadlines. That's what they do. That's how they exist. But with digital and computers, everything is so much faster now. We did a special section. Information comes in right away. When I first came to the Attleboro Sun in 1969, I think there were 6 or 7 people in the editorial department in the front of the building, and the other 80% of the building was production. They had rows of linotype machines cranking out lines of type forged from hot metal. Today, in those days, the production department was a gloomy, smelly, loud, male-dominated environment. It's changed over the years completely, and women have gone into all phases of that. Now, the advertising and editorial departments, they make up 90% of the building, and it's only about 10% of that is actual production. And production in a sense that editors create their own pages. They do all that stuff on a computer sitting at their desk. The ads and photographs flow into the digital pages, and it's so different from what it was anyway back in the late 60s, early 70s. That's it. That's all they have. Kentucky Fried Chicken will be here momentarily.